Today's episode is dedicated to any woman who's ever dared to dream. I have Shantel Behruzan, Free by Shantel, who just opened her dream dance studio, Exit 33. We're going to talk about her journey getting over breast cancer and following her dreams and raising 3 children and having a beautiful marriage, all in this lifetime. Shantel, it is so nice to have you in the studio.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm so happy to be here.
I was so pleasantly surprised walking into your studio Friday and having you lead a class filled with women who just showed up to dance. I mean, everybody was there, and you said the only rule here is to smile, and there was so much good energy there. And sometimes we overlook the fact that just being free and dancing is all we need. And I wanted to take it back to how this all started for you, because we all have dreams as little girls, and your dream was to be a dancer.
Always, from day one. My parents have videos of me in front of a mirror just dancing for hours and hours. And it was just a childhood dream. I used to watch MTV. I used to watch Janet Jackson and perform and learn all the choreography. And my dream was to be a backup dancer one day, which is so crazy because now, full circle, however many years later, I've just opened up my own dance studio. I want to pinch myself because I can't believe it's real.
I mean, for us as Iranian women, being a dancer, a backup dancer, is just a no-no. It's shunned. I mean, we're either told, you become a lawyer or a doctor or a mother and be the best at it, but a dancer is off the table.
Oh, completely. And it was off the table. It was never up for discussion. So it was something I pursued as a hobby. And something I did for fitness purposes. So it was okay, I could work out and dance at the same time. And every single dance class that I went to felt like a performance.
But then COVID happened.
But then breast cancer happened. We're going to take a step back before COVID. At 36, I got diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was still very actively dancing. And it was the one thing that always brought light to my life and made me feel happy and positive, regardless of what was going on in the world. And so I made a promise to myself that every day before treatment, I would go take a dance class. And that's what I did.
Wow.
And I would walk into my treatment and surrounded by other cancer patients also. I was happy, I was sweaty, I was red in the face, and everyone was like, are you in the right place? Are you sure you're supposed to be here? And I was like, yeah, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. And day after day, I did this for about 2 to 3 months. And this was while I was doing my radiation. So I had half of my chest burnt to a crisp. But I didn't feel the pain. When I was dancing, I didn't feel anything but just the movement and the music, and the power that came with that was so magical. I promised myself when I was done with that journey, I would provide a space for other women or other people to come and be able to have that outlet and release. And so by the time I was kind of done with my healing time, COVID happened. And that's when I decided, I said, you know what, I need to be able to dance. That's my happy place. And the one thing I always turned to was dance and community, and I was missing it. So I decided to turn my backyard into a dance studio and invited a few friends and invited my favorite teachers. And what started with 5 or 6 women once or twice a week turned into 50 to 75 to 100 women 3 times a week in my backyard. And this is in the heat of COVID where no one's leaving their homes. We're having parties in our backyard. We're having a live drummer. I have a DJ. I mean, it was the best time ever. And I had my 3 kids inside on Zoom doing school, and they're looking outside and they're like, what is going on? Mom's having a party outside. But I needed that connection, and I needed to move, and I needed to dance. And so that's what we did. We got together week after week with women that I'd never met before. But it was such a magical hour we would spend together, just outside. I never thought we could dance outside of a dance studio, but it was the most liberating experience ever, because For the first time, you're not looking at yourself in the mirror. You're not analyzing your own movements. You're actually just moving freely in your own body. And you're connecting with other people on a whole different vibration. I can't even explain how magical it was. We danced in the rain. We danced in the sun. We danced. I had one teacher that was pregnant. I mean, we danced through death. We danced through marriage. We danced through everything you could imagine as a community. And to watch the friendships that grew between these ladies, to watch them build confidence and carry it on into their day-to-day lives, they were learning so much more than what was happening there. They were taking it with them, and it was carrying on through their jobs, their relationships, the way they carried themselves and walked through the world. And so a year and a half in my backyard, we did that 3 times a week.
I mean, you took your pain, your deep pain, being diagnosed with cancer. You were how old?
I was 36.
36 years old. You're not supposed to get cancer at 36.
No.
And you turn that pain into huge purpose, not just for yourself, but for the entire community at a time when none of us knew what to do with ourselves because COVID shut us all down and all we were craving was community. And you created that and showed your children at the same time how to be resilient, how to step up, how to use that pain to create so much. I mean, there's so many lessons to be learned from one act. One small act has such a ripple effect. It's incredible.
It really did. I think cancer tried to shut me down, and I didn't let it. And so COVID didn't stand a chance.
Wow. Wow. I mean, what a lesson. I think we should make like a whole plate and put that up there.
Oh my God.
You know?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, it kind of happened organically. It wasn't something that was thought out or planned. But it was so, like when I think back about that year in COVID, it was one of the most beautiful years of my life. I got to connect with so many women. And then I wanted to keep connecting with so many women. And so we decided, we're like, you know what? We're going to travel. We're going to travel to different cities. We're going to travel to different towns. We're going to dance with as many women as we can. Wow. So we started popping up in different studios in West Hollywood and Sherman Oaks and Encino, Orange County, all times of day, night, weekends. And as my kids got a little bit older and didn't need me as much, you know, I found pockets of where they were in school and pockets where I had time. I had time to go out and make a difference and make an impact. We decided to do a lot of dance fundraisers, bring people together and raise money and awareness for different causes, which was also such a huge part of my mission. And that was great. And every quarter we pick a different like nonprofit or organization that we want to work with. And we do that. We gather all our teachers together and whoever's available. And we do like a huge party. So it's been just an incredible journey. And so we traveled to different studios and then decided about a year ago, you know what, I'm ready for my own space.
Wow. And what a space it is. So I walked into that space in awe because it has such a beautiful vibration when you walk in. But the name Exit 33, where did that come from?
So that's actually where I'm from in New York. So it's the exit off the Long Island Expressway. It is Great Neck. It's where I was born and raised and where I fell in love with dance. So I really wanted to give a tribute back to New York and bring a little bit of New York to LA.
And go back to your childhood,
And
which
go
is
back,
where all
yeah.
these dreams were born and then came to
Absolutely.
fruition. I mean, you show that you can be an incredible mother, which you are, because I know my
thank
youngest is
you.
friends with your youngest, and she's extraordinary, and that comes from good parenting.
Oh, thank you.
And by showing your children that, yes, you can follow your dreams when the time is right and still be an exceptional mother and an exceptional wife and do all the things you love. I mean, you're telling women watching right now that it is possible. You can do it all.
It is possible. I mean, I do feel like at some point someone is always being neglected. I mean, I can't lie. It's hard to do all those things. It's hard to follow your dreams, but also put your children first, but also put your husband first, and your parents and your siblings. Family is the most important thing for me, and they've been so incredibly supportive. I would not be doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for the love and support of my family and my husband. So they are actually incredibly understanding of the fact that right now so much of my time is dedicated to building this new studio and giving my time and attention to all these women that are coming through the door.
Right. I mean, there's no such thing as balance. Sometimes you're all in as a mom, and sometimes when you know they've got it and it's kind of on cruise control, you can step away and follow what
Yeah.
you want to do, right? I mean, that's what life is all about.
Yeah, and checking back in. So it's finding a good balance, which I'm learning how to do right now.
Tell me a little bit about the studio. Tell us, all the women who are watching who have never thought of dancing. Maybe they are shy about dancing, shy about expressing themselves. You know, looking in a mirror and dancing, you become very self conscious.
Absolutely. Especially because we do film some of our classes too. So I do hear a lot of women say, I really want to come to your class, but I don't want to be on camera. We are super respectful of the people that don't want to be on camera. So we make sure that that's not an issue. But a lot of people don't identify themselves as dancers, and they don't need to, because it's all about movement. It's all about positive energy. It's all about, I kind of call it like a meditation for your brain. You kind of just shut off all your thoughts, and for that 1 hour that you're there, you're just following the rhythm to the best of your ability. No one's there to judge you. No one's there to watch you. You get lost in your own space. And what happens is you leave there smiling and feeling completely recharged and reset.
So true. And soaking wet. I was soaked when I walked out. I don't know how to dance to Persian music at all, even though I'm Iranian. I've always been shy about it. I walked out and I was on a high. And my husband said that night, wow, you're in such a great mood. What did you do today?
Oh, I love
and
that.
I said, I went to Free by Shantel and I danced. And it's better than therapy.
It's much cheaper than therapy. It's much more fun than therapy. I can't tell you the number of husbands that come up to me on the street, the husbands that say, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea what your classes do for our family, because my wife now comes home and she's like happy and energized and dancing around the house. I really do believe the effects, the after effects are incredible. What you take with you home really affects the way you step into the world.
100%. I mean, we all talk about, grounding and meditation and all the things that we should be doing. This is one of those things that once you try it, all honesty, it's something that I want to incorporate into my life because it made me feel so good, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And I saw that you have classes for toddlers and mommy and me's. I mean, tell us a little bit about what you offer for women who live in LA who want to come and try a class.
So much of what we do is, I think, healing through dance. So I try to find different groups of people that I think need healing. And the one group that came to my mind was the postpartum mom, right? You've just had a baby, you're home, you're supposed to be like the happiest you've ever been, but it's a hard time. You're delirious, you're tired, your body's changing, you're breastfeeding, you're not sleeping. It's a difficult time in your life. So we decided to set up a program for postpartum moms that start coming in with as small as 2-month-old babies.
Wow.
And it's an hour where they get to bond with their babies, they get to bond with other moms. They're experiencing that same joy that you experienced, but on a much calmer level, right? So it's not intense cardio, but it's a lot of movement to happy music. And by the end of the class, they're feeling incredible. And they're making bonds with other moms. They're going to lunch with them. It's such an amazing, magical class to watch. When they come in, everyone's disheveled and tired, but they're so happy that they made it to class. And by the end, they have this glow. So that's been one of our super successful classes.
It's community, though. It's back to creating this community, which we all crave so much now with AI and our phones, just to get up and to be with other people.
Absolutely, and talk and put our phones away and actually look into your friend's eyes or whoever it is that you're with.
That's right.
So with that, we started a toddler class because our babies were growing and they couldn't carry them anymore. These babies that have been in our baby carrier class for 2 years have rhythm. They're dancing. I mean, it's incredible to watch. And so we're following them to see what their needs are and offering hip hop for toddlers. And then we're doing Persian dance for the older girls. And it continues all the way to adulthood. And then we offer stretch classes and yoga classes for people with injuries. So we're trying to find different communities that need the help, and provide them with phenomenal teachers. And when I do look for my teachers, they all have one common denominator. They really care about each person that walks in. So they're not only great dancers and great teachers, they care.
This is so much more than a dance studio.
Oh, it's a community center. When we started putting up our walls, one of our students actually reached out and gave me a suggestion, which I loved, and I carry it with me every day. She said, "Why don't you have everyone write letters, love letters?" And that's what we did. And we put them in the walls.
Wow.
So we have literally infused those walls with so much love.
You feel it. I'm telling you, when I walked in, I felt the vibration. You feel it. It's real. You are so authentic.
I try to be.
You are.
I try to be. I feel like everyone has a story. Everyone has something going on. And all I can do is just spread love and kindness. And hopefully that person on the other end receives it. We've had a handful of cancer patients that have come through, and they're dancing through their treatments now. Like, no one knew that that could be a thing. It could be a part of their healing journey. It's been an incredible journey.
You're such an inspiration, Chantal. For all the women who are watching who feel stuck, we all have dreams. And sometimes we feel stuck because whether it's young children or we don't have the help to be able to have the time to pursue our dreams, what would be your advice to them?
Never give up. Never stop dreaming. You never know. An opportunity might present itself. You have to just keep planting the seeds, putting it out there, and you might get 99 no's, but at some point you'll get the one yes, and you just have to follow your heart and run with it. I've been so blessed to have so many women around me that are so hardworking, and nothing is a coincidence.
That's right.
Nothing happens easy overnight. Everything is a function of hard work, consistency, and heart, and a lot of heart and passion. So all these women in my life that I've seen get so far they've put in the hours.
It takes time and it takes effort.
It takes effort. It takes hard work. It takes consistency. It takes dedication and compromise.
Definitely compromise. And hopefully people have the support system that you have, which is so beautiful, because we talked about your mom before we came on air, and you said, I wish I could be half the woman she is. And you talked about your husband and how incredible he is, and your children. And so when you have a community that supports you, it makes things a lot easier to achieve.
I absolutely think I'm so blessed to have what I have. I don't take it lightly that I give to them with everything that I have. So it's reciprocated, and I think that we're all just super blessed.
100%. Well, they wouldn't be supporting you the way they do if you hadn't been giving to them for the past 20 plus years, right? It's all ebb and flow, and it all comes and goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we leave today, tell us where we can find you, where we can register for a class.
Oh, absolutely. So our website is exit33dance.com. We are on MindBody. And our Instagram handle is exit33dance as well. So you can find our schedule on there. You can find us on MindBody on the website. And my personal Instagram, which I post a lot on also, is Free by Shantel. So we use both of those handles. And you can find your schedule on there. Amazing. We're going to have a grand opening soon. So the community is welcome. It's on February 22nd at 3:45. And our mayor, Sharon Nazarian, will be there for the red ribbon cutting.
Incredible.
And hopefully we'll have a lot of community building events. And, you know what I would love to share, actually, because this is a really important thing? We have salsa night Thursday nights. And aside from the fact that it's a really fun class, I feel like it's better than couples therapy. It's an hour that you're spending with your partner, connecting, holding hands, looking into each other's eyes. And one person's leading, the other one's following. You kind of just have to relinquish control in that moment. But it's such a beautiful thing for couples to be doing, because like you go to dinner with other people, you're sitting down, you're not necessarily having a conversation with each other. You get into bed, maybe you're sitting on your laptops or on your phones, you're watching TV, you're living parallel lives. But how often do you really get to hold hands for an hour and look into each other's eyes and exchange that energy?
I love that. I love that. Salsa nights, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. It's the perfect time.
Date night.
It is amazing. What a great date night. Yeah, I'd much rather do that than sitting down and
Sit
having
at
another dinner.
dinner. I agree.
When we always talk about things we want to do as couples, that's the perfect thing to do on a Thursday night. I love it. I love it.
Love it.
So we're going to come back and do another segment on how you came up with Free by Shantel and a few other things that we didn't have enough time to talk about. But thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing your journey with us. And everyone who's watching, check out Exit 33. Go to their Instagram, sign up for a class. I'm telling you, I've been. It's amazing. And we'll see you all next time right here on Moms Matter.